Konnichiwa. Today we're going to talk about how you can get literally thousands of Japanese light novels in any genre you prefer, absolutely free and absolutely legally. People sometimes say that if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. But I expect they'd say that about an android who can turn Japanese from a difficult language into an easy one. Now, I think the subject of this lesson is very important because, as I often say, you can't learn Japanese from me, and you can't learn it from textbooks either. You learn about Japanese from me and perhaps from textbooks. You learn Japanese from using Japanese. It's like swimming. You don't learn it out of books. You learn it by getting into the water. Now, there are a number of ways of using Japanese, but one of the best is reading novels. So, how do we get all these free and legal novels? The answer is a website called Shousetsu.com. Now, this isn't just a website. There are associated applications which work somewhat like the Kindle Reader to allow you to download and read these books just the way you would any other digital edition of a book. The full name of this site is Shousetsuka ni Naro, which means Let's Become Novelists. It's a site at which aspiring novelists upload their novels. Now, you may be saying, does that mean you're going to get a lot of amateur junk? Well, the answer to that is twofold. In the first place, many light novel series published in Japan debuted on Shousetsu.com. There's one well-known light novel publisher who only publishes authors who debuted on Shousetsu.com, and most of the others do it quite a bit as well. So Shousetsu.com is part of the Japanese light novel economy. And the second answer is that even if a novel is a bit amateurish, it's written by a native Japanese speaker. What you're trying to learn is natural Japanese, not fancy literary style. So long as you're getting Japanese input in large quantities, you're learning Japanese by the only way you really can learn Japanese. Now, when people ask me what's the best thing to read for learning Japanese, my answer is always the same. The very best thing you can read is the thing you really want to read. It's a book about a subject that you find so interesting that you keep going back to it, even though it's a struggle to read it in Japanese. I would say that motivation is the most important factor of all. And that is where Shousetsu.com really comes into its own, because you can find novels about exactly what you want to read about. You start off by entering your search into the little search box on the main page. It can be anything you want to search for: rabbits, round sheep, penguins, or whatever it is that you're interested in. Now, once you've done your initial search, you come to this more detailed search page. There's a box which has lots and lots of preset keywords. So you can search for absolutely whatever combination of factors you want. If you want a happy ending, if you want a female protagonist, if you want robots or androids, if you want detectives, if you want isekai, otherworld fiction, if you want science fiction, if you want horror, whatever it is you want, you can put that into these tags. Now there's also a second box in which you can enter what you want to exclude. So, if you don't want a female protagonist, if you really have the bad taste not to want any androids, if you don't want R-rated material, you can enter it into this exclude box and you won't get it. Also, you're not limited to the tags here either. You can type in anything it is you're interested in. The advantage of the tags, of course, is that the authors use them. But if you're looking for something unusual, just type it in. It's a very good search engine. And this is very important because tailoring the book to exactly what you are going to enjoy reading is all important. Now, once you've chosen your book, you'll probably want to read it on your tablet or your Kindle reader or whatever, so you need to download one of the applications for reading it. The two best ones, in my opinion, are the ones that I'm showing you here. The first one is the official application, and it's like a poor droid's Kindle reader. It isn't as good as the Kindle reader, but it does the job. And the other one here is an unofficial reader. It's not as good as the official one, but again, it does the job. And the advantage of this one is that you can select text. Why does that matter? Well, in a coming video, I'm going to show you how you can get an application which will work rather like the Kindle built-in dictionary, which will allow you to select text and get the reading and English language definition of a word on the fly. And it's also going to allow you to make instant Anki cards without having to actually build the Anki card for yourself and fill in all the fields. I'm going to tell you how to do both these things in a future video. For now, why don't you get started, have a look at showasetsu.com, download a few novels and see how you get on with them. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below and I will answer as usual. I'd like to thank my Gold Kokeshi patrons, my producer Angels, who make these videos possible, and all my patrons and supporters on Patreon and everywhere. And I'd like to thank you for attending this lesson. Korekara mo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Class dismissed.